Splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And last year, boy, it was fun watching these two teams get together. They split the season series. Very even matchup.
So the New York starting 5. Quincy Acy out there with Jason Smith. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Anthony, and it's Galloway in at the point. On defense, New York outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You know, you shoot the ball as poorly as they did that night, you're not going to win many games.
Well, Steve, it's not just difficult to win a game with low shooting percentages like theirs. It's nearly impossible.
And here are the Knicks now. Steve, as you said, these were maybe the 2 most evenly matched teams in the conference.
It was such a hard-fought series. I mean, it would be great to see a similar series this season.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Pass to Acy. And James pulls it down. The Cavaliers on offense. Shumpert gets a wide-open look. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Shumpert's got his first basket of the night. And here are the Knicks now. Galloway, the pass to Acy. Looking for Anthony, and gets it there. 11 feet away. That's good on the jump shot.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
On defense, New York. Now let's find out what head coach Derek Fisher had to say to DB. Doris?
He said they've really got their work cut out for them dealing with a player like Kevin Love, saying he's a 25 points per game scorer and can just dominate the glass. Defensively, you just can never leave him open. No open shots. Get a body on him the second a shot goes up. He knows it's easier said than done, but guys, that's the game plan.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Anthony, following the basket by Kevin Love. Anthony drives in, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, last season, that even though he had hoped guys to remain in Nick, Carmelo Anthony wanted to at least experience free agency. And Steve, something that he's really never gone through.
Well, it's understandable, you know, for a player of his notoriety and his caliber. You know, you might not want to make a move to a new team, but just that feeling of having the choice, I think is something that a lot of players crave during their careers.
And for Carmelo, there was no question the Knicks would offer him a full max contract. A bigger contract than any other team could offer. But given their struggles, it still had to be a tough decision for him.
Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's Love, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Red hot right out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting.
New York trailing.
Well, kind of ironic that Melo said he wanted to experience free agency. You know, if he just waited and signed with the Knicks in July back in 2011, that team would have been left with a lot more assets. Players who could have helped him win.
Now Love inside, intercepted. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Anthony leading the charge. Acy's shot is good.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Now here's Shumpert. James outside. Curls it from outside. James has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Dishes to Hardaway. Outside Anthony. Back to Hardaway. Here's Galloway. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Cavaliers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. No one near James as he lets it go from outside off the mark. Well, Steve, right from the start last season, some upheaval for the New York Knicks with a front office shakeup.
Yeah, surprising move when you consider that the team was coming off a 54-win season in 2013. And the team's first second-round appearance in over a decade.
That's good.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. The coach and front office questioning the team's effort level.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And that one's good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Now, here is Irving. And there's the pass to Shumpert. LeBron James on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Irving. And Cleveland again with the bucket. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
Larkin, great D that time from LeBron.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one. And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on them as much as they should be.
Yeah, look at the numbers. 6 of the last 10 points have come by way of that jump shot, Clark.
Now here's Calderon. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Out to the right wing. From deep. Early shot's good.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
The 3 from LeBron. Rebound by Larkin. With 1 on the clock.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA. LeBron James and the Cleveland.
Either team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lanes.
The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Iman Shumpert is out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, and unfortunately, their offense in the paint hasn't been a whole lot better.
The Cavaliers trail by 3.
Well, there were so many whispers and rumors last year of whether or not Carmelo was going to stay in New York or not, but it seems like he dealt with the distractions and obviously had a tremendous season.
Love with the bucket. The Knicks shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. The drive by Anthony. That's good. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
The 3 from LeBron. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. LeBron's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
Yeah, and he had to get that shot off quickly because the defense was all over.
Yeah, that's the key, Steve. The quick trigger. Any hesitation, and that shot gets blocked.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, we all know the NBA has been adapting elements of the European game to its own game. It's a style that Cavs coach David Blatt is more than familiar with from his time abroad. Asked if he'd play LeBron at the stretch 4, he said, quote, "You'll see LeBron there. You'll see LeBron all over the floor just like he's used to playing. I don't have to change him." Guys, when you've got the best player in the world, it's certainly easier.
All right, thank you, Doris. And LeBron, accustomed to playing the 4. Arguably now his best position. Shot's good by Anthony.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Anthony against James. Shoots from the baseline, and there's another one for the Cavaliers. New York calls timeout.
So many accomplishments in LeBron's career, but one milestone he reached last year, 20,000 points, 5,000 assists, and 5,000 rebounds in his first 800 games played. That's incredible.
They set the pick. Kicks to Carmelo. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Those stats he listed for LeBron through his first 800 games might sound a bit arbitrary, but it puts him in the company of only one other player, the Big O, Oscar Robertson.
And, you know, it's not a coincidence, Kevin, that they are the lone members of that group. Both so dominant in every facet of the game from the moment their career started. Really a lot of similarities between those two outstanding all-time greats.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
They had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
6 to shoot. He feeds it to Irving from downtown. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists tonight.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
New York moving the ball around. Here's Anthony. There's the bucket. Good. Anthony's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
For New York, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Poked loose. Easy the pass to Galloway. To the left side wing. He kicks it to AC. And Shumpert pulls it down. Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter.
And what was really the big shock in the East last season, the Knicks failed to make the playoffs. This from a team many expected to challenge for a spot in the conference finals. Just didn't happen.
Anthony against Shumpert. From 11 feet away, Anthony can't hit.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with him.
Love against Hardaway. 13 feet away, and that one's good. 8 points for Love. And with the Knicks not making the playoffs, it came down to the tail end of the season. But Steve, you had a feeling that it wasn't going to happen for them.
Yeah, it was a big disappointment last season for the Knicks. You know, so many things went wrong with injuries and slumps, and it just never felt like they found that groove that they were looking for.
Count the bucket. 6 points for Smith.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. We've got to get their defense in gear.
Love dishes to Mozgov. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
The Knicks making a switch here. Early's checked in. Hardaway kicks to Early. Over to the wing. Galloway, the pass to Ace. And he gets it to go. Ace's got 6 points.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
James outside. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. Drills it from outside. 12 points for him.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Screen by Smith. And there's the feed to Hardaway. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. From deep, James. He nailed the buzzer beater.
Right between the eyes is how you would say it, Kevin.